Y'all, I have definitely done multiple versions of this video. There's something that I kind of want to address, and I'm going to try and keep it as short as possible. I'm going to start with, I hope by the end of this, you are at least considering coming to our gala, and let me explain why. I have had a few meetings in the community, networking groups, chamber events, etc. And in the last few months, I've heard from large-scale nonprofits, I'm talking high 6 figures, 7 figures on their annual budget, that their gala last year made $130,000, $140,000, and they're hoping to surpass those numbers for this year. And I am just left in awe because that's our entire annual budget. Our organization serves the entire state of Missouri and has chapters in 6 other states, but our annual budget is approximately anywhere from $130,000 to $150,000 a year. I hear that these other organizations are raising almost our entire annual budget in one night. I'm just floored. What? That is... wow. I recognize that we are all suffering in a really crappy economy right now. And what we see is this trickle-down effect for small nonprofits. I don't think people realize that when large nonprofits lose $100,000, $500,000, $1 million grants from state and federal funds, they have a lot of name recognition. And when people say, oh, we've lost these huge grants, they're immediately getting the attention of donors. But small nonprofits like ours that are still considered grassroots even after 13 years and serving in 7 states, when we say we need $10,000 to make sure this program stays in effect, it is really hard for us to find those donors to get the word out about who we are and what we're doing. Our monthly budget is about $7,650, and that is the bare minimum. That is just what we need to keep the bare minimum of services functioning for the families. That does not include programs. It doesn't include our annual recipient event. That doesn't include recipient gatherings in smaller locations. That does not include our children's grief camps. There are just so many programs that we do that's extra beyond our bare minimum that we're losing funding for. If those funds are not coming in on a regular basis, if we don't get more monthly donors or more, substantial donors, then we're going to continue being in this position, unfortunately. And especially with the economy and people pulling their donations and putting them elsewhere. We are doing amazing, amazing work, and we are impacting lives in tremendous ways. The families we serve are often overlooked, which means that our organization tends to be a little bit overlooked. So whatever you can do to help us, raise awareness about our organization, tell more people about us, especially people you feel like might be called to support this organization. Attend our gala, help us out, volunteer. Most people don't realize that even though the services that we offer for our recipients are completely free and we utilize a bunch of volunteer photographers to do that work, that's just the first touch point with families. We do about 500 photos a year, but we're still providing ongoing support for a substantial number of the families that we serve in direct interaction with them. In the interest of full transparency, I've already cut a bunch of things that we were spending money on to the best of our ability. For example, we were utilizing a contracted social media management team because I just don't have time to do it. I'm working approximately 60 to 70 hours a week right now running the organization. However, because we are trying to cut as much as we can, we don't do that anymore. And now I'm going to be taking on social media, which will inevitably mean that it's not going to be as much posting as you're used to, unless you're getting videos like this. I'm also choosing, in full transparency, like I'm not trying to be a martyr in any way, shape, or form, but I'm also choosing to cut my hours to the best of my ability, get a part-time job, and cut my salary from the organization as the executive director so that we can cut funding, because it's not coming in. We're actually losing it. Donors that we've depended on in the past are choosing to donate elsewhere with no explanation. So that's fun. So I guess, what am I asking of you? I would love, if you are able to attend our gala, if you would do that. We have Of the tickets that we have for sale, we've only sold about a quarter of them, and our gala is next month. I'm not freaking out. Yes, I am. Just come to the gala, buy tickets. The tickets go directly back, like the cost of the tickets goes directly back to the organization. Bid on some silent auction items, help us to raise a little bit of money and get something fun and something to take home in return, right? Invite your friends, maybe get a table, bring people to the gala. If you haven't picked an organization to donate to and you do believe in what we're doing, please consider donating to us. This definitely ended up longer than I expected. So if you've made it this far, thank you for listening. Basically, what it comes down to is if you believe in the work that we are doing, serving families who lose a child at birth or have a child with a terminal risk diagnosis, please help us fill the gaps. Come to the gala, share about our organization, donate if you can. Help us make it through this tough season. Thank you.